Hey Aquarius, I hope you guys are doing great. This is going to be your general life tarot reading for July 15th through the 31st. If you want to skip the card pull and go straight to your message, feel free to click the timestamp in the description box below. Otherwise, let's go ahead and get started. So I'm going to first pull a couple of oracle cards just to see what the energy is that's surrounding this reading for you. And the first card that we have out for you is New Life. All right, so let's grab another oracle card and see what other energies, are surrounding you for this reading. And we have two that came out. We have the first, wisdom, and we also have action. All right, so we'll see how those cards fit into your overall reading. But now let's get into some tarot and see what other messages we have for you. So first card for your current energy, we have the Ace of Emotions, or the Ace of Cups in traditional tarot. Let's see what you don't know, what's currently hidden from you. And we have one that flipped over, I think. Yes. We have the Page of Inspiration, or the Page of Wands in reverse. For advice from Spirit, we have the Wheel. And for your potential outcome for my Aquarius collective, we have the Star. Okay, so let's grab another tarot deck and see if we can clarify these a little bit further. Starting again with your current energy, we have the Seven of Swords in reverse. For anything that's hidden from you, we have the Queen of Wands. For advice from Spirit, we have the Hermit in reverse. And for your potential outcome, we have the Six of Wands in reverse. Okay, so let's get some oracle cards and get some final messages before we get into your reading. Your current energy, follow your bliss. For what's currently hidden from you, inner peace. Advice from Spirit, darkest before dawn. And for your potential outcome, we have inspired action. Okay, so let's get into this for you, Aquarius. Looking at the energy that's surrounding this reading, we have new life, we have wisdom, and we have action. So what it feels like to me, Aquarius, is that you are currently in or starting to come out of this energy of stagnancy, frustration. I heard a little bit of betrayal and disappointment in here. It feels as though you're looking for your life to turn around in some way, shape, or form. You know, maybe it's financially, maybe it's career wise, but there's something that has happened to you, and I think in the very recent past, where you learned a very valuable lesson. So that may have been an interaction with someone else. It may have been about being more true to yourself, being more honest with yourself. There's some sort of lesson that you have learned, or that you're in the process of learning, that is going to take you into the next phase of your life. But it's something that you are going to have to act on. This is not something where you say, oh, okay, cool, lesson learned, I know for the next time. Like, this is something that will be actionable for you. It's sort of like, now that I know this, I can do this and move forward. So it's almost as though you're taking that newfound wisdom and you're acting on it in order to sort of transform your life, to start this next phase that's in front of you. So looking at your current energy, we have the Ace of Emotions, or the Ace of Cups. We have the Seven of Swords in reverse, and we also have Follow Your Bliss. Do what inspires you. Creativity, new direction, heart meets mind, no fear based decisions. So, again, I feel like this is you looking for a new start, a new life that you love. I almost feel as though you have been in a place where you were sort of denying yourself, or you were maybe you were letting other people influence your goals and your dreams and your hopes just a little bit too much. Like you were not living in your truth. You were not fully being your authentic self. It may have been because of pressures from other people around you or circumstances, but whatever path you were on, it was something that may have made people around you happy or sort of kept your world calm, but it wasn't something that gave you much satisfaction on the inside. And so now I feel as though you're starting to come out of that and starting to think about what's truly going to make you happy and figuring out how you can not allow others to, fully dictate your life's journey. Looking at what's hidden from you, any challenges, obstacles, we have the page of inspiration in reverse or the page of wands in reverse. We have the Queen of Wands upright, and we also have inner peace, clearing past or ancient trauma, physical, mental, and spiritual practices, love inner child. So I feel like the biggest obstacles that you're experiencing right now, Aquarius, is that you're trying to keep the naysayers, I think, out of your ear. You're trying to drown out this noise of people who may tell you or show you that you're doing things wrong or you should be doing something different. You're trying to find that spark within yourself and you're trying to balance the two. I don't necessarily know that these folks around you are quote haters. It almost feels as though they think that in their own way they're looking out for your best interests, right? They're and it may be that they're like sort of living vicariously through you, like, they didn't follow their dreams, so they want you to follow their dreams, or whatever the situation is. I don't feel like these folks come from a bad place, but it feels as though you don't necessarily want to hurt them or disappoint them. So you're trying to find a way to reconcile their desires for you and your desires for yourself. And so at some point, you're going to have to clear that energy of being afraid to disappoint people or to hurt them because in the end, it's your life and you're already on this journey towards living it as authentically and joyfully as you possibly can. And if people around you can't understand that and can't be supportive of it, then, you might have to reevaluate where they belong in your life. And of course, as a caveat, this is always within reason. Like if you are trying to become the king or queen of the meth championships, then you might want to rethink that goal. But if it's something like going back to school or starting a different career or whatever, then you really have to think about whether or not that's truly best for you, if it makes you happy, and if you think that it will and it's worth you taking a chance, then you should. Don't let other people's thoughts or opinions hold you back from doing that. So, what we have for advice from Spirit, we have the Wheel, we have the Hermit in reverse, and we also have Darkest Before Dawn. Breakdown before breakthrough. Major shift is in progress. Dissolving barriers and ascending. So, Aquarius, what it feels like Spirit is saying is that, even though right now things may be a little bit stressful, you may have learned a harsh lesson that made you sad or hurt you in some sort of way. you've gained the wisdom that you need, and now it's time to take that wisdom and take some action on it. This is the closing out of this old cycle where you may not have been doing what fed your spirit. This is time for you to make that change. This is time for your new life to start coming into fruition. And even though it was a little bit difficult, again, sometimes life lessons aren't the most gentle, they aren't the most timely. But if you're smart, you'll take advantage of the wisdom that it gives you. And for you, yes, that period was dark. You might be on the tail end of it, just starting to come out of it. But you now have all of the knowledge and understanding that you need to make this change, to take this action towards your new life. So, what we have for the potential outcome, we have the star, we have the Six of Wands in reverse, and we also have inspired action. Take action when feel desire, follow intuition, synchronicity, supported by universe. So, Aquarius, you have so many action cards in your spread. You know, it's literally surrounding you, it's within you, it's what spirit's advising you to do, and it's in your outcome as well. So I think that you are going to find a different path for your victory. I think that you are going to redefine what victory looks like to you. And it may not be the same as when you started this process before you gained all of that wisdom. But with the star, this is your wish fulfillment. This is your wishes coming true. Maybe in a different form than other people expected or wanted from you. But clearing out that energy and learning this lesson is going to open your eyes to the steps that you need to take to get there. And as long as you're willing to let go of where you were before, not sort of being true to yourself, then you'll get there. So I'm going to pull one last oracle card for you and see if there are any final messages from Spirit. And we have one, the crumbling. What are you clinging on to? And so if you'll notice the advice, in your advice from Spirit, Aquarius, we have breakdown before breakthrough and dissolving barriers. So once again here, we have the crumbling, things coming down, breaking down those walls, getting rid of things, getting obstacles out of your way, and not holding on to who you were before or what other people want you to be as well. I think that that was the lesson that you got out of this, that you need to follow your path. You need to inspire yourself. Let all of the other stuff go because it's not really serving you right now. So your wishes and your dreams are there waiting for you. You just have to be willing to step away from what was past and use this wisdom to start taking those steps to start recognizing and taking inspired action towards your goal. So Aquarius, I'm going to leave it there for you. I hope that this was helpful and I hope that it resonated with you. If it did, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. In the meanwhile, stay safe, stay healthy, and I am sending you all huge hugs.